All right. Truly, 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 truly. Well, good afternoon and welcome to
Good evening.
good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Truly Live. My name is Oliver Blue and
I'm Yolanda.
that's Yaulanda, and we're the OK Blues.
Do I have volume?
I'm sure you do. Speak
Okay.
into it.
I said that I'm Yolanda.
Yeah, let me give you some more volume.
Okay.
You might have to get closer to it. Well, we're the OK Blues, and welcome to Truly Live, your weekly digital transformational talk show where Yolanda and I have collaborated as co founders and co creators of this weekly streaming broadcast that we have been engaged in for 18, 17 previous episodes. And if you have been with us before, you're probably noticing that there's a different look about us tonight. And you probably have read some of my communications in the last 10 days where we were really sharing with you the thrill that we have just gone through to complete a dream, a vision that we had for creating a platform and a set that complements our message of truly the real you loves you, because the real you
Is love.
is love. And so we have tried to and we have accomplished the completion of our new in-house studio slash offices. And this is our first broadcast from our new space, and I'm so happy.
You're excited. You're excited.
Well, there's been a lot of energy and a lot of resources that have gone into this project, and it's like anything else in life. I mean, we've taught in the past that one of the principles we've taught here on Truly Live is that everything is created twice,
Yes.
first in
Thought.
thought and then in form.
Yes.
And so many, many years ago, we had this idea of creating a personal development company, which we did back in 2017. And then we had this part of that vision was to create a communication device whereby we could share transformational principles around the world, uh, globally, via the cloud. And so here we are tonight, feeling it, uh, being it, touching it, experiencing a dream that we had many, many years ago. And we're so happy that you are here with us tonight to have this experience with us. And especially to our patrons who have joined on with us and are partners with us. We thank you because your your investment in us is a part of what you're seeing here tonight. So you can be happy along with us. And if you're out there and if you're not a patron and you would like to become a party to what we are doing, then we'll talk about that a little bit towards the end of the show, how you can subscribe.
Giving me some chat? I can't see
Oh,
anything.
we'll give you some chats. We'll talk about how you can become a subscriber and a patron of Truly Live and actually be involved with the content creation and all of the things that we're doing here at Truly Live to promote life and life more abundantly. Yes. So,
Yes.
so this is our first run at this particular set. So if we get to reaching and looking around and trying to figure out where things are and where buttons are and where the next in fact, I had to put my mic stand down because it just wasn't comfortable with it up here. So we're gonna have to rethink that. But so if you see us fumbling, bumbling a little bit tonight, please forgive us. This is our first rodeo on this set, but it won't be the last.
Okay.
Okay, so Mama wants chats.
Mama.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Mother wants. How about mother? Mother wants chats.
Mother.
Yeah.
Oh.
So let me give you some chats here. So if you're out there, please enter into the chat. that you're there, and just let us know your name and where you're viewing this broadcast from, what city you're residing in.
That is too far away, so you're gonna have to let me see the screen.
Okay, well, the screen here is right there.
I just need a little.
There you go. Just tell me when.
Mm-mm.
Hang on.
I think you can just do it like this,
Okay.
just like that. There you go.
All right.
And
Just
pull it forward a little
okay.
bit. This part. Pull
Okay.
it back
Is that better?
right here. Sweetie. There you go.
Okay. All right.
Now, there we go.
All right. So you see why I gave that little disclaimer earlier, right?
Yeah.
So we're so excited. Thank you so much. If you're viewing us for the first time, again, Yaulanda and I are both certified as coaches. We do, and we perform, and we engage in personal as well as group and organizational coaching, where we help people to get clarity on their dreams and visions. And we also are there as a support to help evoke next steps, best steps to move them in the direction of their dream. And we got engaged and got involved in this because it is a heartfelt thing for us. Uh, it was through our own submission to personal coaching that we evolved into who we are today. So for many years, we always had those um, people in our life that was mentors, coaches, in many different forms, and we know that that was a very integral part of us uh, evolving to the people that we are
Mhm.
and the things that we do and the all the experiences that we have engaged in, that
Yes.
we believe our life has been pretty good. What do you think?
My life has been wonderful.
Been wonderful.
Yeah.
What a wonderful life.
My life has been wonderful.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to remember,
You're gonna have to remember to
yes, to speak into the microphone.
speak into the mic. Yes. So if you're out there, again, just put in the chat your name and where you're from, and we'd love to give you a shout out.
Let's go ahead and do our special. Let's go ahead and do our acknowledgments.
Oh, absolutely. So tonight we'd like to acknowledge, first of all, like I said, we'd like to acknowledge our patrons, and we thank you for believing in us, believing in the vision and the work that we're doing in the world, and being a support for that. And for that, we are grateful. And we also like to give a special shout out tonight to none other than Justin Blue. Yes, his last name is Blue.
Justin.
And Justin is very much responsible for the way we sound, the way we look, and the way that we show up uh, on a daily basis through our uh, business, truly OB, and by way of our live show on a weekly basis.
He's our technical consultant, and he helps us with a little bit of social media marketing and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
That's not something we were doing. So.
Right. And he's also our program consultant.
Oh.
So he wears many hats at Truly OB, and without him, we wouldn't be expressing ourselves in the manner that we are tonight.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin, or JB. Yes. And we also like to shout out to all our viewers that will be celebrating a birthday in December. And
so I have three family members that have a birthday in the month of December.
Well,
my youngest sister, my dad on the 26th of December, and then our oldest son.
Yes, that's correct. And I have a sister that's birthday in December,
right.
and probably
she and our oldest son share the same birthday.
Share the same birthday, which is the last day of the year, right? Yep. But you know how it is in 2021. People say it's their birthday month, and they celebrate all month long. So we just give them a shout out here at the beginning of the month.
I'm not an all month long birthday celebrator, but happy birthday to all of you who are celebrating either a single day, a week, or all month.
Yes. And so we We salute those.
And we also have to do our acknowledgement of Grandma Blue, which is one of our super supporters.
Absolutely.
We know that she is on, she watches every week. She's incredibly faithful to do that. And we most certainly appreciate her very much.
Yes. So we say hello, Mom, and we know you're out there watching. And you were my first mentor, my first teacher,
Yes.
my nurturer, and you're still here many years later, and we certainly appreciate your presence and your support. And we love you so much, mother, mother, mother. All right.
I'm going to also give a shout out to my dad. He had a rather challenging week this week, so I'm going to give a shout out to him. I know he's not watching because he is not technically savvy, and that's okay.
Well, we're going to have to get it set up where Papa can watch our shows. We need to work on that.
We can work on that.
Yeah. He needs to be included. Yeah.
We can work on that.
All right. Well, we're going to also move to the next segment of our show, Truly Live. Did you bring something for me to wipe my forehead?
I did, and it just fell.
Well, see, if I've already given a disclaimer about us moving around.
I did. It just fell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah. Under these lights, it gets a little warm.
You know what? I could have put it right here.
I'll put it right there. Yeah, under these lights, we got lights here that are really putting out some heat, and so we're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. So with that said, we'll move on to our next segment. We always like to start out in anything that we do. Yaulanda and I, it's becoming, I guess you won't call it a ritual, but it has become a practice of ours that we always start out any venture or adventure with gratitude. We have learned over the years that gratitude is one of the best ways for you to move energy, set tone, set moods,
it's one of the
vibrations.
It's one of the quickest way to change the energy that's around you.
Absolutely. And so we always like to start out by sharing and expressing our gratitude, first of all, to life itself, to the creator of life, the one that breathes us, the one that sustains us.
Yes.
And gratitude for one another. I'm happy and grateful for you.
And thank you.
I'm glad that you said yes back in 2017. Yes, you said yes to joining me in this venture.
Oh, yes.
As a business partner. And it's been
once again, I did not know where he was going with that.
Hey,
so I'm like, huh?
Well, it was going to be good. I can't do but bless you.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's been it's not only been good, but it's been very good since that point. And we have learned so much in this venture, and we're just so happy. Tonight we got Brian McAdoo watching us, nephew.
Hello.
Give a shout out to Brian.
I just saw him, and I told him that I was going to send him the information, and I didn't do that.
Right.
Hello,
yeah.
My nephew.
We also have my younger brother Harold Blue dialing in and watching us again tonight.
Hello, Happy.
How you doing, Harold?
So glad that you're with us.
Yes. And
glad you finally
and we got one of your besties on here tonight.
Oh, my best friend.
You want to give her a shout out?
Hello, Sheila, sister that I love dearly.
Wow. So we thank you for family being on. We thank you for friends being on. We thank you for patrons being on. Oh, my goodness. And as you can see, Yaulanda and I are just bubbling over with excitement and happiness and joy. And we're just so excited that, when you accomplish something, it's good to celebrate.
Wow. So Harold and Sheila are wow, they're not here. Looks like Harold may be in Pittsburgh.
Oh, cool. Yes.
And looks like Sheila is, oh girl, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
They're traveling.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, that's one thing about streaming in the clouds. You don't have to be mobile. Right. You don't have to be stationary to view. You can just go to your phone and at 7 o'clock on Friday nights, and go to
And join with us wherever you are.
yeah. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can go to Twitter. You can go to either one of our Facebook pages, and just click the button and just come on into this space with us.
That's
Yeah.
what we do when we travel. We don't travel very many places. We
Not at least not the last 2 years. We
no,
hadn't done
not
much traveling at
not
all.
in the last 2 years. But we do go down to spend time with our grandson. We have offered that support since they've been born, and so whenever we go down there, we take this operation on the road.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're out there and like to, we developed and designed this show to be interactive. So we love feedback from the viewers. So if as you are out there, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe and like. And if you're on Facebook, please share, so that uh, this this stream can go out into your community, because we believe that it has value and has value for everyone. This is not just an adult show. We believe that the universality of the principles that we teach can be taught in such a way that a child can understand these principles. So I'm happy and grateful tonight for you. You're happy and grateful tonight for.
I'm happy and grateful tonight for you.
Well, thank you.
And I'm always happy and grateful for everyone who chooses to join with us. I love when we can be together and all stay on our growing edge and expand our awareness so that we get to live our best and authentic lives.
Yes,
But
that's
yes,
good.
I'm very happy and grateful for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So gratitude is will get you get you a lot of places.
It will.
Yes, it gets you a lot of places. Okay, so moving on.
I'm also happy and grateful for my best friends. I've got to spend some time with Pearl over the Thanksgiving holiday, and her husband. And her husband Sherwood. So these are our best friends.
Yes.
They went with us to the mountains, and then so anytime I get to hear from my best friends or spend time with my best friends are wonderful with me. So Sheila, I love you too. She said that in the chat. I love you too, darling.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Say hello to my brother. Give him a big kiss for us.
Yes, yes.
Well. So moving on, we also like to bathe our uh, bathe our activities, our endeavors, with inspiration and encouragement. And so each week we reach out into the universe and we find something that can inspire us during this hour. And tonight, inspiration and encouragement quote comes from a very notable person. And would you like to read it for us?
I most certainly will. Were you going to preface what we were going to start with?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
So tonight's inspirational quote says, "If we are to have peace on earth, our loyalties must transcend our race, our tribes, our class, and our nation. And this means we must develop a world universal perspective." That quote was made by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
All right. What a
Great
in-depth
yeah.
quote there, and it's really we handpicked that because of the month of December. If you don't know, we have chosen as a theme for this month um, peace and goodwill.
Peace on earth, goodwill.
Peace and goodwill is going to be the theme that we
So this is a great quote,
engage.
Oliver.
Yes.
That's why I said, "Wow, this is great." So see, I
Yes.
didn't know he had chosen this one.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes I choose the quote, sometimes he chooses the quote, and we kind of surprise each other. So this is
Yes.
a good one.
Yeah. Do you want to recognize one of our patrons, our VIP patron, who's up on the board?
Goodness. Hi. Hello.
Our patrons.
Hello, Bob and Carol.
Bob.
These are our VIP patrons.
Yes.
Hello. So very good to have you guys with us. They're not on, she says, we are not on Facebook. This is because Oliver So we're having issues with getting everything all connected. That it's an ongoing situation for us.
Mhm.
So tonight it's not the business page, but it is uh, Oliver's personal Facebook page.
Right.
Is where it is tonight.
So she should be on YouTube then.
So I'm not really certain.
Yeah, it must be YouTube.
Is that
Well, hello, Bob and Carol. We're so
Yeah.
happy that you're in the house with us tonight. And we love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. What you are a part of this live stream, because you are a partner with us, and we certainly appreciate you. Couldn't do it without you.
and eventually, and we're hoping soon.
Soon
of-
and very soon.
Okay, he's been singing all day.
Yes.
We're gonna get all of these glitches worked out. So we'll meet with StreamYard people and see what it is that we need to do, because we keep doing what we are being advised to do and it's not working.
Yeah. Our
But
goal
that's-
is to have all of our different platforms to have the comments and the chats to come into one space so that we can
see them
manage
all.
it from
Yes.
one space, one integrated source. But right now we're having to use several sources to get to acknowledge everyone that's out
But
there.
let's see. Think I can still do this.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I can still do this. So Bob and Carol, I can put on that they say they're so happy to see us. We're so happy to see you guys too. So I can
Yes.
still do that. So
Abs-
that works out good.
Absolutely. And
All
thank you, Arthur Gay, for tuning in tonight to this episode of Truly Live. Thank you for watching. So, if we are to have peace on earth,
Oh wow, can I read this right quick?
Go
So
ahead.
here's another comment. And see, this is why we want all the chats in one place. I could put this up on the screen, but I can't. Sheila said that she's happy and grateful to experience 2 mornings in one 24-hour span. That is awesome. That is awesome.
oh, that is really awesome.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. That's a miracle.
That is great. I know. That's like when you can be in 2 states at one time, when you have one foot in one state and one in the other. You can do that in North Carolina and Tennessee. We've done that before.
Yes.
In North Carolina and Tennessee. So it's a neat thing.
Yes. All right.
And if you guys would like, put in the chats what you're happy and grateful for.
Yes.
Carol, okay, let's put this one up. Let's do this one. I'm having to do this left-handed. She says, studio is so beautiful, welcoming, and festive. Oh, thank you so much. So this is Oliver's set. Oliver basically set all of this up. Okay, so he went out and he got his little touches. I did very little to this. This is his whole thing. So hands off. We give you an ovation.
Well,
Okay?
thank you so much. Thank you for the input that you gave. You know, she's not going to let me do all of this without some input.
No. This was his
Yeah,
operation.
but we have agreed that both of us would be able to create our own set just from what's in our heart. And so I took the lead on this particular one, and then right over to our right, Yaulanda is designing another set for Truly Live that we will be broadcasting from in the future. And she has all rights, all privileges to make all decisions about what it looks like and how it is outfitted. And I think since she says I did such a good job with this set, that she may even reach out to me for some advice.
Carol, Bob and Carol said that joy is their word. I love that. And yes, that Oliver
Absolutely.
got the joy. I was
It's
like,
all
oh,
about this
right.
joy that we are experiencing. Well, anyway, to get back to the inspiration and encouragement quote, Dr. King said, if we are to have peace on earth, if we are to experience peace, if we are to share peace, he said, our loyalties or our devotions must transcend, he said, race, tribes.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Ooh.
Whoa.
I think I activated something.
You got serious. Siri going? How did that
Well,
happen?
well, you better not mention her name.
But we didn't. So see if you can turn her off right there, right here.
Yeah, right up there. Let me
Yeah,
get
see,
it.
see, there's the X. But you need to turn her off. Wow, look at
On
that.
it.
Wow.
You need to turn.
I don't know how to turn Siri off. We just got invaded by Siri.
That's the first time that's happened.
Oh,
and we haven't. Well, I don't think we changed anything.
no.
Oh well.
Well, anytime you do
Oh,
live
yeah.
live streaming or live broadcasting, you can't cut it out. It's live. So we understand that these things happen, and we just pivot. Yeah, yeah, we
Yes.
just
Oh
pivot.
wow.
We laugh at them and pivot. But Dr. King said, if we're to have peace on earth, our devotions or our loyalties must transcend race, tribe, class, and even our commitment to nation. And this means that we must develop a universal perspective because peace, in and of itself, the nature of it transcends all of the labels and all of the conditionings that we experience in life, and it is beyond these things. It is a spiritual connection that binds us all together. And so we're going to be getting into this discussion on peace as we move in and through the month. Oh, do I? In and through the month of December. So stay with us next week. Wow, we're going to have our first guest, and boy, we have a outstanding guest that's going to be with us next week and going to be bringing a relative conversation to the table here that has so much to do with our peace and our goodwill. So, with that, we're going to move into the main course for tonight, our truly life lesson. And before we get into that, I just want to say to you, I just want to say to Yaulanda that I appreciate her support. I appreciate her partnership. I mean, all of the things that are required for us to even have peace and goodwill with each other. Um, it is not it is not the most easiest endeavor if you are in any kind of relationship, whether it be paternal or fraternal. Um, but in our case, we are in a committed relationship. Um, that is our classroom. In your relationships, your relationships, in your closest relationships, that is your most challenging as well as most rewarding classroom.
Yes.
And we choose our classroom. We choose our relationships. Remember, we talked over the past 2 weeks about the power of choosing and being masters over our experiences, because we are the one that are determining what those experiences are and how we experience life. And I just wanted to, before we got into the lesson here, just pause here and let you know that um, I wouldn't change a thing.
You're full of surprises tonight.
Well,
I was like, okay, what is it this time?
yeah, man. I mean, there's enough division and dissension, and there's enough um, examples of things in life that doesn't emanate peace, that just demonstrate peace and goodwill. And when you have experienced it on the level, at the level that we have, and for as long as we have, I don't take that for granted. I mean, because it's a decision that we're sitting here together. Everything is our decision. And what I'm saying is I would not change my decision. I'm happy about my decision.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, we've got the pastors have joined us. Hello,
All right.
Pastor and co-pastor Sawyer, Clifton and Antoinette.
Well,
Tony, it's good
hello,
to see you guys.
Sawyers. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Yeah, she says, "Hey, Yo-Yo and Ollie, looking really good. Hi, guys.
Well,
Good to
thank you
see
so much. And we love you guys so much. And these two have been uh, mentors in our life in many different ways. And one of the greatest ways is their friendship.
Yes.
We appreciate your
Yes.
friendship.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're getting into the lesson.
Yeah. Seems
So
like
we're
you
gonna-
want to go there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just wondering, and I'm like, do you have any other surprises? I didn't know if he was going to bring out like a new car, or I mean, keys to a new car, or
Well, no keys to a new
or
car.
diamonds. It used to be diamonds a lot. Boy, I have
Mhm.
so much. It used to be diamonds a lot, so I didn't know what you were going to do. You're so full of surprises.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted us to not just go through just go through the program tonight. I feel like it's a special moment for us, and I just want to enjoy it.
Well, I
You know, I
celebrate
want to I
you.
want to I
I
want to
celebrate
extend
you.
and share the joy of the joy, of life giving back to you what you give to it,
Yes.
because that is the way it happens.
Yes.
What we extend into life, what we extend to others, is exactly what we extend into ourselves. That is the way of transformation. And um, I know we use that word a lot, transformation. And but words are twice removed from reality, from truth. A lot of time they can't really adequately define or describe the experience itself. It's like love. Love is undescribable. It can only be experienced. And in this moment, I just sense an experience um, that I want to kind of sit in for a minute.
You are excited.
I'm
You
very
are
excited.
I
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so let's see. So this is a little this is did I pull up the right one? That's Carol's Bob and Carol said they celebrate both of us. So
All right.
thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. So I guess you guys know I'm the one that I kind of like to okay, I've got a delay going on here. I like a little script, and I like to kind of stay on script.
Oh yeah. Well,
And Oliver,
yeah.
of course, is
Yeah, I'm pulling her away from her script tonight.
he's doing all
I'm pulling
kinds-
away from it. Pulling away from the order.
Now, I like spontaneity and impromptu, and I love a good surprise. But I'm like, we have a certain amount of time, and I kind of like to
Oh, absolutely. Well,
keep things going
because
here.
we're in a series, see,
but-
wherever we stop,
But
we'll just pick that up next week.
notice that I am yielding.
I know,
I'm
and I appreciate that. She's let me have my way tonight, y'all. All right. Thank you so much.
All right, don't get me going where I can't talk for laughing so much. Okay.
Well, all of us are I would say, it's an assumption I'm making, right? To say that all of us. Oh my God, Patty Laws is watching us tonight. Hello, Patty. You remember Patty?
Hi, Patty.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Patty,
Oh,
Pittsburgh Patty. Yeah,
Hi, Patty.
Patty used to be one of my clients
Yes.
when I had a corporate job.
Yes. Well,
So,
hello, Patty.
hi,
Welcome,
Patty.
and
Thank
thank
you.
you for joining
Yeah,
us.
thank you
That's
for joining
right.
us. And so good to see your name
So
showing in the chat.
we already see that there's some things that we're going to have to do differently, because all of this text is so tiny. So I am struggling over here, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're going to get it worked out.
Yeah. We also have First Lady Diane Harrison Rogers.
Well, hello. That's another dear friend.
Yeah, in the house
Thank you
tonight.
for joining with us, Diane.
Very
as
dear
well.
friend for us, and also she's a patron of this show.
That's a patron of ours. So
Yeah.
hello, thank you so much, Diane.
So
for
thank you,
joining.
Diane. You may not have been there when we uh, send out shout outs to all of our patrons for helping to support us and help us to be in this very moment where we transition into
look
this
at-
new space here.
Look at this one. Bob and Carol said, "We laugh and smile so much as we watch you guys." Yeah, we're going to be a bit. Tonight's going to be a bit entertaining because there are moving parts. And now, of course, we do a little run through. We do the checks and balances, and so everything works out when we do the trial.
Yeah.
But then when we go live, it's something. It's always something.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, that's part of
Yeah.
the producing.
I'm not one that embarrasses. Well, as a matter of fact, I hardly ever get embarrassed. I have 3 children. So, I learned to not be embarrassed years ago
Yeah.
when they were little. So I'm over that.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So where are we going now?
Well, we're all, I'll make an assumption. We're all familiar with the biblical story
Thank
that
you,
gives,
Diane.
we're all familiar with the biblical story that gives a historical account concerning the birth of Jesus.
Well, we may or may not.
Or you may or may not.
Yeah.
But
But our experience.
it is pretty much a popular story, though.
It is.
One of the most popular stories that I know. And I have met not very many people that was not aware that there was a guy named Jesus and he was born, and his name is widely known.
Okay.
So,
And during this time of year, there is a lot of emphasis given to the account.
a lot of emphasis given to the story,
Yeah, the account.
as we might say, and given to the account. And at the end of that announcement of the birth in the story, it says that a host of angels declared or made a statement that glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace. Wow. Goodwill towards men.
That accounting is in Luke chapter 2.
Yes, Luke
think that's
chapter
verse
2, verse
14.
10 through 14.
The
That's verse
whole account,
14.
that's
Yes.
right.
The whole account is 10 through 14. This particular statement about peace, goodwill toward men is in verse 14.
Yes.
And this declaration was made after the announcement of the birth of this real famous, well-known guy, as we know, named Jesus. And during the month of December, we're going to explore the significance of this declaration in a different way. And we're going to dig deep into the benefits of being ambassadors, that our life will emulate being ambassadors for peace and for goodwill. So our theme for the month is that we're going to unpack and talk about and engage in what, in our own experience, what we come to know what real peace is and what goodwill is. And of course, we chose it for December because we wanted to be a December to remember.
He just had to put that in there. Now,
Yeah.
he just had to.
Yeah.
He was like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "No." And he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
it's in there. All right."
Yeah. But for Yaulanda and I, the birth of Christ or the birth of Jesus, represented so much more than the birth of a human body or a human person. But what we have come to understand after all of our study and all of our investigation, I guess you might say, and all of our experience, is that account, for the most part, for us, really signified the birth of an awareness or a consciousness. We like to use the term Christ consciousness, more so than the birth of a baby or a body or a person. But it almost, to us now, it really signifies the birth or the rebirth of a consciousness or an awareness or an understanding that all of us have been invited into to participate in, because that is our very that is our very nature. That is who we are. It was almost like an introduction into our real self,
Yes.
which we call the real you. And so Um, so when we get to this part of the year, time of the year, um, for us, it is a reminder of this awareness, this consciousness that we experience through our study and through our investigation. That it really points more so to not to identify the body of Jesus, but to bring all of us into an awareness of our true identity. Because what we are going to discover in this series is that true peace or real peace has to do with a knowing.
Yes.
It has to do with a knowing, and that knowing is a knowing of yourself.
Yes.
Incorporated in the knowing of yourself is where true peace resides, and as we'll continue to flush this out as we move through this series. And because if you look in the modern
Felicia has joined us.
oh yeah, hey Felicia, how you doing? All right, thank you for being here tonight. But if you would look in the modern dictionary and you look up the word peace, what you will see there is peace is described in our modern dictionary as freedom from disturbances. It's described as tranquility, mental calmness, serenity, an absence of what? War, or freedom from civil disorder, and freedom from disputes or dissension between individuals or groups. And so what you'll see in this definition of what peace is, as described in the dictionary, really all of these things had to do with outer and outward events, activity.
So these definitions are more of a lack of conflict.
At the root of them, it's a lack of conflict,
Yeah.
or the absence of
The absence of conflict.
that's right,
Yeah.
the absence of dissension.
Yeah.
But real peace, as we know it, and as we have experienced it, and through our investigation, and through our living, and we continue to get more and more awareness on what true peace is that real peace is a knowing of your true self,
Yes.
which we call the real you.
The real you.
It's many descriptive words that we use, and you'll hear us say in our conversation when we talk about peace, or when we talk about the real you. You'll hear us say things like it's our pure self, our pure presence, it's our awareness, it's our consciousness, it is the oneness that we all are, or that the oneness that only exists. And we can go on to say that peace is our only reality, and that peace is, for the most part, our divine self, our divinity. And so
we're going to be talking about peace as it has to do more with our inward, the internal
yes,
part of us.
Yes.
Not the external factors, but more
Yes.
of. So when I think of the word peace, I think of that blessed assurance. And that's that knowing that you were talking about.
It all gets back down to knowing, to a knowing.
Yes.
It all gets down to an experience of
Yes.
it. It's one of those qualities that can be experienced. It can't be regulated. It can't be created. It can't be built. It's an intrinsic quality of our own nature, of our very nature. And we've all heard the saying that there is a peace that passeth all what understanding, meaning that it's not something that you can understand. It's not like a formula you can put together
That's right.
and come up with peace, or it's not it just can't be. It can't be constructed.
It is an internal calmness.
Yes.
which comes from the awareness.
Yes, it comes from the knowing.
So it is that assurance
Right.
of knowing that all is well.
It comes from the knowing.
Yeah. Comes
Again.
from the knowing.
And so if you're out there, and you are, because you're watching us, and if you have an idea of what peace means to you, how about sharing it with us in the chat?
Write it in the chat.
And
Let's see what you
or
guys
if you have a question about where we're going with this conversation on peace and what real peace is, put your questions in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. So again, we're going to be unpacking this reality of what real peace is, this real knowing of the self. And we're also going to be talking this month about goodwill. What is goodwill? And while I was preparing for this lesson tonight, I noticed that goodwill can be spelled two different ways.
Yes.
It can be one word, or it could be one word, goodwill, or it can be two words, goodwill, as it is used in Scripture. Goodwill, peace on earth. It says what? On earth, peace and goodwill.
It says on earth peace, goodwill,
Goodwill
to men.
to men. Yes. And so the order that is shown in Scripture is really significant because peace, goodwill flows out of peace. It's like you can't get the cart before the horse, or the horse, you can't get the cart before the horse. But peace in and of itself is a knowing of the self. And through the knowing of the self, then there's an expression of goodwill that comes out of that.
Mhm.
So you'll hear us talking this month about goodwill being an expression that peace is present. Okay, you'll be hard to find goodwill where there is not peace presence. Okay, because one precludes the other.
Yes.
And out of the knowing, again, out of the knowing of the self, the real self, comes the expression of goodwill. And goodwill, as it is defined in the dictionary, talks about having a noble reputation of friendliness, kindness, cheerfulness, benevolence, and all such intangible qualities that express the true nature of love.
So this definition of goodwill is more like the internal, intrinsic part of who we are.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. In the world, they use the idea of goodwill or in the business community. For example, if there is going to be a transaction where one company is buying another, or one individual is buying another individual's company or property, it is always known what the actual value of the assets are.
Yes.
We know what the value of the building, the value of the inventory, the products, the machinery. So they know what that price is. But in business, there is what is called goodwill, where the seller always adds what is the intrinsic internal value of that company. It's called goodwill.
Yes.
And so the assets might be worth $100,000, but that owner, because of the goodwill, knows that the value of the business, because of its goodwill, good name, good reputation,
It's more valuable.
but it's more valuable than the $100,000 of physical asset. But there is a intrinsic asset that may be valued at another $300,000, even more than the asset.
Yes.
And so that idea of goodwill has to do with having, intangible qualities that express the true nature or the true value of a thing.
Yes. Bob and Carol said peace is found in stillness. Love that part.
Absolutely.
And that is also from, this is another part that's in scripture. It says, "Peace, be still, and know that I am."
Right.
Yeah.
So you see where
Love
the
it.
peace and the knowing is right there together,
Yes.
because peace is knowing
Yes.
and stillness is knowing. And we all live in a society where ain't nothing still. Everything's moving. Our culture wants to keep us engaged in all kinds of activity and busyness,
Yes.
to where there's no peace. I mean, to where there's no stillness, there's no quietness, there's no rest. It's about all been driven by this desire to acquire more, to get more. And you all live in this culture, you know what I'm talking about. And until one come to a place in their life where they begin to want to value and to engage in things that will bring them peace, you know, then and all of us come to that point, the point of awakening, where there is this inner um, this inner desire to want to have peace in your life, to have some uh, um, an awareness of what is true and what is lovely and what is right and what is what's important. And so um, so this peace, which is a virtue that we're talking about tonight, is really a desire of all humanity. I mean,
So the reference that that Carol made, that can be found, one of the places that can be found is in Psalm 46, where it says, "Be still and know that I am." The rest of that scripture is, "Know that I am God." All right. So who?
wow. And Diane is on here with her insight. Diane says, "Peace to me is to be,
Oh
just
yes,
be."
yes,
Right.
yes, yes. I love that.
I love that, Diane. And that being is um,
Oh, I'm sorry.
that
I touched
being
something.
that you're talking about is this knowing that we're talking about.
Oh, Oliver.
And we're gonna do a timeout here. We're gonna take a timeout so we
We're
can
gonna
get our
take
screen here.
we're gonna take a time. Well, guess what? Guess what? Don't panic, because look, here we are.
I got it.
Yeah, here we are. But that's just our screen
I
view.
got it.
So
All right.
I touched something as we were moving, and whew, wow.
Yeah, if you weren't on here at the beginning of our broadcast, we gave a disclaimer that everything around us is new. So, if we, forgive us if we hit a wrong button,
Sorry, sweetheart.
or if we start looking around for something.
My apologies there, sweetheart, because he was like,
Yeah.
"Woo, where
You
did we
guys
go?"
know how it is when you get a brand new car and you're driving the car from the dealership.
You're driving it at night for the first time. You don't know where any of
Yeah,
the controls
well,
are.
even when you're driving it from day and you're driving and you're looking around in your vehicle, you're trying to you're all excited about all the different buttons and all the different lights, and you're just really excited, but you really don't know what you're doing and you don't know what you got. You don't know how to operate everything you got. So it's kind of that way tonight, being our first.
But that was a simple. I mean, I was moving this over to see, and I didn't even know that I was touching the mouse there. When we looked up to the screen, it was like nothing there.
Yeah.
And Oliver was like, "You were so calm," but I was like, "Don't worry, because we are still there."
Oh yeah.
So we were there.
Yeah.
But my apologies.
All
I didn't
right.
mean
Thank
to
you,
do that.
Felicia. Thank you, Felicia. We thank you for your comment. We think so also. We think the studio is very nice. We're just trying to figure out, where's the owner's manual.
And this is funny to us too, because we're like, Justin gave us our technical person. He gave us some pointers as to what we should do, blah 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 blah. So I have to say apologies, Justin, because we went through all of this and I hauled off and touched something.
Wow, is our time gone?
Our time is gone.
Oh my God.
Our time is gone.
Wow. It is. We're at the top of the hour.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, the good news is this is a series that we're going to be engaging in for the entire month of December. We're going to be talking about peace and goodwill.
But
So
I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna put this comment up too. The pastors said, Let me see. Let me get it to come up here. The pastor said, "Peace is how we feel right now while watching you guys playing with your." I didn't read it before I put it up on this. See how much confidence I have in you guys. I didn't read the comment before I put it on the screen.
Hey man, I'm telling you, man, if you've never flown a jet and you get in a jet, I mean, you just don't know what to do. You gotta.
So they said that peace is how they feel right now while watching
Yeah.
us playing with our new toys. And guess what? And then Bob and Carol said, "Amen."
Yeah, because we are playing. But we thank you
Wow.
so much for your
Yeah.
patience tonight.
Wow.
We are able to do this and laugh about it because we feel like we are in the presence of love. Uh, we know many of you guys that are watching. If you are out there and we don't know you and you're watching, we just feel comfortable in your presence. This is
And we look forward to
yeah,
getting to know you.
yeah, and this is what peace, as we know it, this is what it does for you. It is a virtue. It is a reality. It is a knowing of the self to where there's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to regret.
But we're gonna do our blessing.
But we're going to do our
We're gonna
blessing.
do our blessing.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. That is our truly life lesson for tonight. Thank you so much. We're going to continue to unpack peace and goodwill during the month of December.
Yes.
We always like to end our show with a blessing.
I'm gonna read. Bob and Carol said, "What loving presence you are." Thank you.
Thank you,
so
Bob.
much.
Thank you, Carol.
Okay, I'm gonna start reading these before I put them up on the screen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, so we always love to
do it.
We spend time expressing gratitude for all of you who join with us, and we're on this journey together, as we do for everyone that's on the planet. We
Yes.
spend time in gratitude for every being that's on the planet, because we understand that we're all here for a specific dispensation and a specific expression, and we're grateful for all of that. But we do this loving kindness. It's the Dalai Lama's loving kindness meditation, and we use this as a blessing. And so we like to do this every day. Are you ready, Alda?
I am
Almost.
almost ready. Let's see here. Yes, I am ready.
See, you need that bigger for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
Okay. Let's go with
How
it.
about I just go ahead? So we bless all of you who join with us, and we bless those that you hold near and dear to your heart. May you be truly happy.
May you live in peace.
May you live in love.
May you know the power of forgiveness.
May you live in the recognition that your life has deep meaning and good purpose. That's from the Dalai Lama. And then we add,
May you live in the awareness of who you truly are in God.
we extend this blessing to every being that's on the planet of the earth.
Yes. All right. So thank you so much for being with us.
Being on the planet of the earth.
On-
I almost said on the planet of the apes is what I almost said, because that's a movie. What I meant to say was we do this blessing for every being on the planet. I don't know where I got into so then it was going to be Planet of the Apes. Oh well, guess I need to watch that movie again.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Again, if you like what we are engaging in here in this hour, if you would like to become more engaged with Yaulanda and I and what we do here at Truly Live, sharing transformational principles around the world through the clouds, through different platforms, consider becoming a patron of this show and support it. And you can do that by going to www.patreon.com/Truly Live. And for just $6 a month, you can become a patron of the show. You can become part of the content creation that we share each week, and also become more engaged with Yaulanda and I by being a patron. There's so many benefits, and so we invite you to consider to become partners with us And we certainly appreciate your consideration.
So we have two tiers. There's the
Yeah.
$6 and then there's the VIP at $20.
Yeah, for an official,
or you can do a one-time gift.
yeah, for an official patron, it's $6 a month or $72 a year. Or if you want to be a VIP patron, that's just $20 a month or $240 a year. And you just, for all of that, you get just access to us, behind the scene content, extra content, access to our vision workshops, and much, much more. So next week, we'll be live here at 7 o'clock with our first truly live guest. And we're going to keep it on ice until.
You're not going to tell them who's going to be with
No.
us?
Well, we'll tell you. Next week, we're going to have none other than our best friends from the Northeast, way up in the Northeast. Our guest next week is going to be Lisa Natoli,
Lisa Natoli.
one of our best friends and someone who is very, very, very instrumental in our development, as well as
one of our mentors.
she is a well-known teacher and healer, and just a tremendous human being. And she's going to be with us next Friday at 7. So come on and join us, and we're going to continue this conversation about peace and goodwill. All right. Thank you so much. This is episode 18 of Truly Live. My name is Oliver.
I'm Yaulanda.
And we're the OK
We're the
Blues.
OK Blues.
Thank you so much. And we'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend. We love you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.